Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Let's Play Total Annihilation, the super special, double, extra, whatever, track 2 commentary. I'm Neros, and with me is Steel Pudding. Say hi.
Hello.
And we are watching Mission 23. Haha, I remembered it this time.
Yeah.
As we can see, Mission 23 is a core naval mission. You start off with a couple of land units, I'm not entirely sure why, a couple of boats, and a couple of planes.
Well, I guess it's good that you have something.
Well, I can only guess they put the land units there to, defend you against an amphibious assault. Spoilers, the Corps will launch an amphibious assault. But the first amphibious assault comes 15 minutes into the game, so I can't imagine that they really thought that you wouldn't have units by then.
Well, I guess it's just in the context that you have arrived here with your army and you're starting to cross the water.
I guess. We'll see a bit more sort of story stuff in Core Contingency. And we'll see a lot more in Kingdoms.
Yeah.
And of course, for now we have... well, things are going to explode.
Oh, and you even have an amphibious vehicle yourself.
Yes, it starts you off with an amphibious tank, which suggests to me that the cave dog intended you to launch an amphibious assault. So, crazy man like I am, I actually decided to do that.
Really?
Yes. And this time, the tanks actually fight things. I'm not sure if they're relevant, but they do fire.
Do they hit anything?
They do. I think one of them might even kill something.
That's a success.
I decided to call it a success.
Yeah.
Close enough. And of course, as is typical for Total Annihilation, the first 10 minutes or so, nothing particularly interesting happens. Fortunately, since we're on Core Prime... oh look, there's a Fink.
Oh!
Fortunately, since we're on Core Prime, resources aren't really an issue, so it gets started up much faster.
Yeah. You're at the same production speed that you can even get in most missions already.
Well, it starts off at about the same speed, but what you'll see in a while, because I'm stupid, is I build a stupidly huge number of metal extractors along the bottom and end up with plus 300 metal or something ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. That's Core Prime for you.
Yes, it is.
And that is also why we don't play multiplayer on those maps.
Indeed, multiplayer on Core Prime is stupid. It can be amusing for a laugh, but it is very, very stupid. And now I've decided to go scouting. And you can see we've got a Goliath, we've got a Doomsday device, and a bunch of Crocs waiting for us. And we can also see that there's a sort of secondary, a primary line of defense, which I just indicated there.
Yeah.
Sort of like some islands with torpedo launchers and heavy laser towers and whatnot.
And I can be sure what they're there for.
I'm pretty sure, the way the map is set up, what Cave Dog wanted you to do, I believe, is build a small sort of navy, penetrate the outer layer of defenses, and then sort of launch an amphibious assault on the main base. I kind of end up doing that, but you'll see. I might cheat a little bit. Let's just leave it at that, shall we?
Is it bird crime?
It is not bird... well, do you define bird crime as 10 hawks? Because I do build 10 hawks.
Well...
and I do kind of build them for anti-air purposes. although that turns out to be completely unnecessary, but again, as we'll see.
Yeah, I think
here we go.
Sufficient. What?
Here we go with the metal extractor spam. This is why Core Prime is stupid.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've got a challenge for you. See those 3 dots on the minimap that I picked up on my sonar? What do you reckon they are?
Yeah.
I bet you won't be able to work it out.
They're either
I'll give you a bit of a
torpedo.
hint. The 2 right dots are the same thing, and the dot on the left is something different.
I have no idea.
Well, I'll spoil it for you a little bit. The dot on the left is a cruiser, I think, or destroyer, or a ship along those lines. The 2 dots on the right, which I will eventually show, I'm going to leave a secret because it's silly. And a quick check reveals that tidal generators produce 30 energy on this map, which means I really should have just built those instead of solar collectors, but hey, hindsight.
Yeah, of course.
And look at this, I'm building anti-air. I've learned. Oh, here we go, here we go. What's that? What's that? That's
Was it the walking bomb?
It is.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what Cave Dog were thinking. I can only conclude that those bombs are like set there as a minefield for ships, but I don't know. As we can see from my... Yeah, it's weird. As we can see from my scouting run I just did of the main core base, they are armed with an Intimidator, which thank God is not firing on us. And
I think they could
plant.
blow you up.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, pretty much any map where the enemy starts with an Intimidator, if they actually just opened fire with that Intimidator right at the start, then they just win by default. Because you can see here, there's nothing for me to hide behind. I can't hide behind anything. I can't avoid the Intimidator. If it opens fire, I'm fucked. I'm guessing that the Intimidator is probably sort of like on a timer, and after a certain amount of time it'll like activate and start shooting you, which would sort of basically give the map a kind of hard time limit. But thanks to the ridiculous resource nonsense you can pull off on Core Prime, that doesn't become an issue.
I wonder if the difficulty changes.
I'm pretty sure it does, because I'm relatively sure that that Intimidator is not there on easier difficulty levels.
Oh.
And I definitely recall in some of the earlier missions there were some units which just weren't there in earlier difficulty levels. So I'm not exactly sure what difference there is between the difficulty levels, but hard definitely adds more units to the game. And at this point I realise, oh hey, I shouldn't have stopped building metal extractors.
No, you should not.
Allow me to rectify that. Yeah, I'm not done yet. Now I'm done.
For now.
For now. You might have noticed earlier I checked the unit limit with spacebar, and of course, as is typical in these campaign maps, it's quite low, only 200, so I can't spam as many metal extractors as I would like to.
And you can spam hawks.
I could spam, 20 or 30 hawks, which is more than enough to kill everything. Like, the reason why hawks are ridiculous has got nothing to do with their attack power and everything to do with the fact that nothing can hit them. because Cave Dog, in their wisdom, decided that stealth fighters should thus be immune to missile lock-on.
Well, they're stealth fighters, so...
Well, the really weird thing is that they're only immune to missile lock-on from other things that aren't stealth fighters. Other stealth fighters can lock their missiles on just fine. So the only counter to stealth fighters is stealth fighters. They didn't think that one through, did they?
Well, I guess they intended it to be like stealth fighter on stealth fighter war.
I'm pretty sure it never really occurred to them that you could just mass a shit ton of stealth fighters and kill everything.
Yeah.
And in core contingency, there is a certain unit type that pretty much solves that problem. Not completely, because you can still basically just fly a big blob of stealth fighters in and blow shit up. But it helps. Yep, here's the amphibious assault I was talking about. Now, where I just put that advanced aircraft plant, if you were paying very close attention, you will have noticed that I just did something really stupid. I'm not going to catch it for about 10 minutes, though. And a sub! Oh no. Fortunately, I've already built a torpedo launcher. Thank you, Core Prime. And now the Crocs decide that they're going to retreat.
Or maybe...
Well, two of them are going to retreat. One of them is... No, he's going to retreat too. No, he's going to die. Oh, and I was just pointing it out then in the primary track, but torpedoes cannot pass through underwater wreckage. Which I thought was neat. Can you see the mistake I made now? I can't. Or rather, I couldn't.
Well...
It'll become clearer soon.
Probably.
And this is me deciding, fuck it, torpedo launchers.
Well, you can build anything, so why not spam?
Yeah. I'm currently sitting on plus 68.5 metal per tick, so I can afford to just spam shit everywhere. Oh, look, a fighter. That would be terrible, except, haha, I built anti-air. Got you this time, Core.
Well, I don't think it would be even terrible, because it's just one fight.
Not really, but it would be irritating as fuck.
Yeah. Is it worth it to build Moho Mel extractors in Mel maps?
Resource-wise, no, but unit count-wise, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, right.
And because we got such a low unit count, I will indeed be replacing all my metal extractors with helicopter mines. I mean, Moho mines. And with my advanced radar tower, we can now see a bit more of the Core's defensive line.
It's really a straight line.
It is a straight line. Core, I think, Core Prime being an artificial metal world and all that, they're pretty big on straight lines. Can you see the mistake now? It was only there for a little bit, but it was there. I still haven't noticed.
That's the worst.
Look, here we go. I'm just putting down defenders. Haven't noticed. Still haven't noticed. Nope.
That's useful.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to scan across that area a good, 3 or 4 more times before I finally notice. Just goes to show how much attention I'm paying to the game, really. But it's all okay, because we've almost got our first Moho mine.
Yep. Okay, there it is.
Time for a few more. And I decided just to piss everyone off, I'm going to build that fusion plant on that geothermal vent and completely waste it.
That's an interesting tactic. What is that peeper doing?
It is flying backwards and forwards. What I did is I created a really short patrol route for my aircraft pad, and it's just flying backwards and forwards. Oh look, here we go. There's the roach. There's another roach. Watch this, watch this. The roach exploded.
That was an intimidator shot, I think.
I don't know. I was just watching it again, even looking at the roach. I have no idea what caused that roach to explode. It just exploded. Like, I was expecting it to explode when I drove the scout ship past it, because I figured, you know, they're going to be programmed so that they go off when a ship passes by, because they're mines. But apparently it's going to wait 5 seconds and then explode.
Maybe it's like...
Note. Hey, there we go! I noticed. It only took until I nearly finished the 3rd advanced vehicle plant. And as we can see, the first Moho mine has already gone into helicopter mode.
Yeah, I wonder why they don't took off.
I think that's... To be perfectly honest, I don't think Cave Dog really tested the Core Prime map tile set all that much, because there's some pretty serious pathing and line of sight issues on the tile set, which suggests to me that it was kind of like... I'm guessing they were probably sort of rushing the deadline a bit, and so they didn't really have time to fully test the tile set. And as a result, it's a bit weird. By the way, more torpedo launchers.
Well, they didn't think it through, did they? The whole metal planet concept.
Well, you know, they were doing this, they were basically breaking entirely new ground. No one had ever done anything like this before, so, you know, I can forgive them a few mistakes. Also, more amphibious tanks.
I hope they'll fix it in planetary annihilation.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
Yep. The new metal planets look sick.
Well, with planetary annihilation, of course, we're dealing... Look at him go!
Yeah. It's like a flock of birds.
I always love doing this in Total Annihilation, just setting a really tiny patrol point for my planes, just watching them go whee! It's something which I think you can't do in Supreme Commander. I'm pretty sure if you try and do that in Supreme Commander, they just land. Which, kind of sad. You can also see, briefly there while I held shift, one of the amusing artifacts of the fact that it's a 2D map, but with 3D units, which is that a plane counts as hitting its target point when it flies over the target point, or when the model actually touches the target point. Which results in, well, that.
Yay, Hulks! No Hulks. Boo.
Ah, that was where my construction aircraft got attacked. I did wonder.
What? What's happening? Is it the Intimidator?
Zeus. No, I removed the Zeus and the Fidos because they were taking up valuable population points.
Oh. I can hear some drilling upstairs.
Doesn't appear to be coming through in the recording, so not an issue.
Nice.
Besides which, it's not like strange noises would be anything unusual to this LP.
Nope. Oh god, that fusion plant.
I knew, as soon as I was looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, if I place this fusion plant here, it's going to cause physical pain to everyone who watches it. Let's do this. I love my viewers.
I can see that. I wonder why they made amphibious vehicles so crap.
Again, I suspect it's probably a matter of not really testing.
Yeah.
As we will see in Core Contingency, they do rectify that significantly. We get much better amphibious units in Core Contingency. And yes, I have decided to respond to their Intimidator with my own Big Berthas. They might have less range, but they can reach far enough. Also, some more Crocs. They really are completely irrelevant by this point.
You need only like 2 torpedo launchers and none of
One
them.
torpedo launcher in front of each ramp would pretty much croc-proof, because they just move so slowly.
Yeah. And they can't do anything.
They can't. I can understand, like, amphibious tanks not really being able to do anything underwater, because that's where they should be vulnerable, but they can't really do anything on land either, so it's kind of like... eh?
Oh, okay, dog.
Hey! Looks like we got a
Whoa.
cruiser. Yeah, that cruiser is not in a happy place. He is not in a happy place at all.
No! They're especially vulnerable to torpedoes, anyway.
Torpedo launchers are usually not very good defense against surface ships because they tend to get outrange, but in sufficient... Oh, here we go. This is the pause as I adjudicate catapultics, and then we're back.
No.
And if you listen to the primary recording coming up to that point, you'll probably... You actually, no, not probably. You can indeed hear my cats having a disagreement, shall we say. What were we saying before that?
Torpedo launchers?
Oh yes, torpedo launchers are normally terrible defense against surface ships because they get outranged, but... Well, the AI is dumb, and in this sufficient quantities, they'll kill pretty much anything.
And it's the fog of war that confuses the hell out of AI.
It does the same thing, even with fog of war turned off in multiplayer. The AI just loves getting really close. And if you were paying attention there, you might have seen the telltale sign of a certain core ship that is really, really dangerous.
Yeah, that's a heavy laser.
Yes, there is a warlord out there. One of those dots is a warlord. I think it's the one I'm mousing over, but I'm wrong.
And he's not charging in with it.
No, the warlord is not charging in. He is, in fact, as you can see, heading home.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not even sure what that warlord was like. Why did it come out if it wasn't attacking? And it would appear it is now time for me to set my Bertha targets. Advanced radar tower. Fusion plant. Doomsday device. Intimidator. And I think I target the advanced vehicle plant as well. Yes, I do.
Nice, juicy targets.
Yes. That is one thing I do like about Cave Dog's base design in these missions, campaign missions, is that they give the AI clear weak points that you can strike at to screw with them. Which helps a lot, because the AI otherwise starts off with such a massive force advantage that on some cases it can be quite bad. Of course, this is a water map which the AI can't handle at all, so it's not really an issue.
That's a rapier.
That is a rapier. There are a bunch of rapiers. It decided to apparently chase my scout planes and then go home again. Hey, look, my force of 30 amphibious tanks is complete. Now if only they actually did something. Well, as you may notice, there is a number of submarines and torpedo launchers between me and my intended assault targets, so they're going to sit there for a while. As you may also notice, my Big Bertha just wiped out their fusion plant. Go Big Bertha.
Yeah. And it's only gonna get more accurate.
Yes, it will. Because one of the benefits of veterancy is improved accuracy, which in most cases doesn't really matter, but makes a significant difference on Berthas. And look, the Warlord and his sub-escort came down and then went home again. I don't know, I have no idea.
Yay! You're a missing bird. That's...
Sorry about that. The more cat politics is going on downstairs. I don't think I missed anything though. It's worth noting, by the way, that because of the frame rate on the video, that you can't actually get the full effect of the helicopter mines. In-game, they're actually spinning ridiculously fast, but in here you sort of get that weird parallax effect where it looks like they're going backwards and then forwards, and, you know.
Yeah, just like car tires.
Exactly. Now, it's worth noting at this point that the core is effectively defanged. They have no way of producing additional units. Well, I think they've got like a construction K-pop, but they never use it to build anything. So at this point, it's basically an attrition match. But that's not going to stop me building a ridiculous number of things.
Why should it?
Indeed. The game is called Total Annihilation for a reason.
I still don't see the heavy loss of units.
Well, I haven't attacked anything yet. Most of those amphibious tanks will die.
Well, yeah, that's their job.
I don't know what their job is.
Mostly they're there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with meat shield, that's their job.
Yeah.
Except that they're not actually going to be meat shielding anything, so... Throwaway units? Oh, hello, Floofy.
Floofy.
Yes, it would appear that she's given up downstairs and has come upstairs to say hello. Sub-battles! Incredibly lethal! Because someone thought it would be a good idea to give an extremely fragile unit an extremely high damage weapon. I think my initial
guess-
plan was to try and sort of like eliminate the enemy subs and then sneak up and take out the warlord with subs. But as we'll probably see soon, that's not exactly how it goes down.
Well, submarines are like that in real life too.
Well, like I say, in typical Total Annihilation fashion, the end solution turns out to be overwhelming force.
I don't see you building anything overwhelming, too.
Did you not notice the 6 Big Berthas I have queued up?
Well, they're there, but
If 6 Big Berthas doesn't qualify as overwhelming force, what the hell does? We're not allowed to use core contingency units, remember?
yeah. I guess only Hawks I consider overwhelming force. Because
And
Berthas are buildings.
those Berthas are targeting the Warlord. I have decided,
Nice.
fuck you, Warlord. Look at that, 3 hits and it's still standing. Battleships have so much health, god.
Yeah.
4th hit takes it down, though.
There
Oh.
it is.
I gather you're hungry, Floofy. And now it's time for brawlers. Everybody loves brawlers. Look, I'm attacking. Are you ready for some casualties?
Attacking with tier 1 units.
Hey, subs and destroyers. It's a perfectly acceptable attack force.
Seems more like cannon fodder.
It's an attack force. Oh, and you may have just noticed a plasma shot fly overhead. I'm not sure if the No, wait, the Intimidator can't have started firing. I blew it up. Where that? Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. That's where that came from. I forgot there was another executioner. And right here we're seeing why the Core's defensive islands is actually kind of pretty effective against boats.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
this is about when I realized that I don't have any mobile anti-air.
Nope. That's a lot of
Bye-bye,
rapiers.
boats!
Yep. Boats.
What you're seeing here is pretty much exclusively why the anti-airship was added in core contingency. You'll also note that there's a dead warlord there. I have no idea where it came from, what it was doing, how it got there, or what killed it. But it is dead.
Yeah. I didn't see it either.
No, I didn't see it even when I was looking for it. I've also turned my Berthas onto fire at will, so they're just shooting at whatever they feel like.
Oh no, now the rapiers are coming after you.
They are! They're gonna destroy my cruiser! Oh no! I only built that for fun. And now we will
What?
see the dumbest
What the
air-to-air
hell?
fight you have ever seen.
How does that work?
Remember, Total Annihilation, anything can shoot at anything, so gunships, absolutely capable of shooting other gunships. It only really works like gunship versus gunship because gunships are so big and slow, and it doesn't really work with rapiers because their shots are even slower, but it totally works with brawlers. It's silly and pointless and incredibly fun. And I will be doing more of it.
those brawlers were hogs, you'd be winning right now. Well, you are winning, but...
Oh, I'm sending my amphibious attack force. Look. They're doing something!
They're going somewhere.
I think that counts as doing something.
Yeah.
Also note the amphibious tank crawling across the top of the boat wreckage there. Yeah, as we saw on Dump, boat wreckage has no collision. Another
Except
overlook.
for torpedoes.
Yeah, except for torpedoes and subs, so it has underwater collision but not groundwater collision?
Ground underwater.
I don't know.
Maybe the wreckages are stuck somewhere between the bottom.
But no, because the tanks go over the top of the wreckages, so subs and torpedoes are lower than tanks, and the tanks are floating through the water like subs. So the subs are actually tanks, and the tanks are actually subs.
What?
Hey, I'm just going by what I see in the game.
The Bertha shot.
Yes. Supporting fire.
That's a shark. Bye-bye, shark.
And now some time for some more dumbness. Go! They're trying so hard!
Looks like a...
I love doing that. That is seriously one of the most fun parts of using gunships, shooting down other gunships. I think the best part about that is they absolutely kept that functionality in for Supreme Commanders.
Really?
Yes. Gunships have in Supreme Commander, gunships have a special targeting profile which allows them to be attacked by other gunships. Which is pretty much exactly as stupid as it sounds. Oh, there we go, the amphibious assault finally happening. With air support. And supporting artillery fire.
Well, I think this air support be considered the dangerous thing for it.
The air support is significantly more competent than the amphibious assault that the air is supporting, yes.
You don't even need the ground forces.
I don't. To be honest, I don't even really need the rollers. I could really just win it with the Berthas if I was willing to sit here long enough. But, you know, this is an LP, so I'm trying to make things interesting at least. And I wanted to use amphibious tanks at least once, goddammit! I was so angry that all the previous times I tried to use amphibious tanks had failed miserably. This time, well, they failed miserably, but they did something! And there's my bird crime.
Well, isn't failure count as something?
Oh, check it out! One of those amphibious tanks totally killed a Goliath!
It's amazing.
I decide I'm going to kill the other amphibious tanks with my amphibious tanks. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, what a sweet Bertha battery.
Check it out, amphibious tanks engaging. Things are being destroyed. Bertha's stealing the kills.
They're almost hitting your amphibious vehicles too.
I have to be honest. Oh, there we go, another stolen kill. To be perfectly honest, as you're about to see, I'm pretty sure the Berthas end up killing more of my units than the enemy units end up killing of my units. See, there we go. Friendly fire right there. Amphibious tanks versus Goliaths. This can't possibly go wrong.
And the amphibious tanks are also getting murdered by the Berthas.
They are, because the Berthas, in their wisdom, are aiming at where the Goliaths were, rather than where the Goliaths will be.
I wonder, do they get kills for killing own units?
They do not, unfortunately. Otherwise you could, like, farm up veterancy by suiciding your own dudes. Hey!
Ouch! Ouch! Oh my god.
Artillery support, ladies and gentlemen. Artillery support. And that's the end of the video. Well, I will see you later, everybody.